What I want people to do really is to be honest with themselves and ask themselves some quite challenging questions at the outset, the start of it. Now, in the valuation game, what we do is when we value a property, you look at comparative evidence. So you look at how much that's worth and how much that's worth. But you look at commercial property, we value things slightly different. And as much as we try and work out how much we can bid for a property. And it's called a residual valuation. Now, I won't bore you with the detail because I learned it at university and it was really boring then. I'm probably even more boring than my lecturer. But the whole point is this. Instead of getting yourself a budget, what you do is then work out how much you can afford. You can have this an amazing place. This whole arena is a fantastic opportunity for you to find some stunning properties. And so many times we'll find people come up to say, oh, okay, you know, I love that property. It's £250,000. Right, I've got a budget of £250,000. How am I going to buy that property? That's the wrong way around of doing it. And especially the fact that you'll stretch yourself to buy it, but there's always a little bit of afterburn. There's always some running in costs anyway, and you need that contingency fund. So what you need to do is ask yourself, A, how much money do we have in savings, and how much money can we afford to pay each month in our monthly outgoings for our mortgage? So you put those together, then you have to look at your buying costs, how much you're going to pay for stamp duty, legal fees, independent advice, accountancy fees, because you might be buying it and trying to shelter yourself from future costs and taxes like inheritance tax. Get all these fees up front, and if you think you've got a budget of, let's say, £100,000, you've probably got a real budget of £80,000 once you've got your costs aside, and that is your bid price. So you've got 80 grand, you can go up to, start looking at properties 100 grand, but you've got to bid down to that. If you overstretch yourself at the start, you're going to have a lot of potential pain and heartache in the future. So do yourself a residual calculation and be honest with yourself, and please stick to your budget, because then what you've got is the opportunity to look at this property. I mean, we don't all have £500,000 in our pockets, but your dream is to own a foreign property. Our job is to sometimes put the dampeners on, sometimes put the brakes on and just say, yeah, go for it, but have these checks and balances in place. Do the homework first, get the independent advice on board, and therefore give yourself some security and peace of mind for the next 10 or 15 years of glorious foreign property ownership.